When the troubles began here, I allowed the terrified harem guilds to join me within the safety of the palace. All was fine until one night. Screams echoed up the stairwells from the harem. My guards arrived to find the poor girls being slaughtered by a merciless band of hell-spawned demons. My brave guardsmen tried to push the demons back into the mysterious rift from which they came. Ever since, my men have fought a losing battle. Demons have continued to pour through the rift into the palace. Ultimately, I hired Grays and his mercenaries to help protect the rest of my fair city. Drognin believes that the Arcane Sanctuary lies buried underneath this palace, since Lutgalain occupies the site of an ancient Vigerai fortress. My palace is open to you now. Take care.
A careful caravan gives wide berth to sleeping bandits. If Horizon is gone, let him remain so.
Horizon found it necessary to lock himself up for all time, just to protect himself from those angry demons. Such is the fate of one who practices the summoning arts. In that or eternal damnation, there's old summoners and bold summoners, but no old, bold summoners.
Ah, the ancient mage Horizon. He believed that he could bend evil forces to his will. What he didn't know was that evil uses man, not the reverse. The Vigerai still revere him as a symbol of man's ability to triumph over otherworldly forces. The Church of Light, however, cites him as an example of man's folly.
I very much doubt that Horizon still lives in his sanctuary. He possessed great power and influence over demons, but even that may not have been enough in the end. One of his notoriety cannot easily remove himself from the vengeful reach of hell.
Ah, the legend of Horizon is an old one, especially around these parts. You wouldn't believe the feats and strange events that are attributed to him.
Look, I'm just about as tough and arrogant as they come. But you never catch me trying to tame a demon for a pet. That's just asking for a lot of trouble.
Greetings. Arcane Sanctuary. That place sounds awful. Even if you find a way into it, what makes you think you'll be able to leave again?
Nearly 1,000 years ago, Horizon rose to the fore of the Vigerai mage clan. Horizon used the knowledge of the Vigerai to summon and control demons from hell. Though a powerful summoner, Horizon feared that the lords of hell would punish him for enslaving their brethren. Thus, the summoner created for himself an Arcane Sanctuary. He believed that his sanctuary would not only protect him from hell's vengeance, but also allow him to continue his studies free from the ravages of time and disease. Horizon had crafted many wondrous scrying devices through which he observed the events of the world outside. It is certain that he took careful study of Tal Rasha's imprisonment and recorded the location of his forgotten tomb. The Arcane Sanctuary was believed to have been constructed here, in Lutgalain. An entrance may be hidden somewhere in the palace, as that building is very old and was once a Vigerai fortress.
The only thing in Jared's cellar are the harem girls that have been hiding there since the troubles began.
An arcane sanctuary under the palace? I'd heard that there were some underground cellar levels that Jaren used as chambers for his treasure and such, but no arcane sanctuary. Welcome to the palace.
This surely is the product of a twisted mind.
Oh. I am certain that you will find the information you need when you find Horizon's journal. I suggest you find it quickly, for Diablo may be getting closer to freeing his brother as we speak.
Citizen, what's got you so occupied in the palace? Oh, don't tell me you're finding the harems more compelling than killing demons. That would be out of character for one such as yourself.
I understand that you've been talking to Jaren. Well, if so, then you're the first in a long while. Since the trouble began, actually. Do us a favor and try to find out what's got Jaren so edgy all the time. Okay?
There was an Eastern mage, a Vigerai, I believe, who visited me almost a year ago. He was very interested in the history of this site, and he seemed particularly fascinated with the palace architecture. I gave him a tour. When he found the ancient seals over a passageway in the cellar, he became very agitated. He asked for some time alone to study them, and I granted it. Shortly after, he left with no further word, and I never saw him again. Odd, don't you think?
Fate is like a caged gorilla. It will pelt you with dung if you mock it.
It's nothing. The right portion, huh? The horizon is always out of reach. You should know that. Oh, a Horizon. Oh, I see. Yes, well, he was insane. Yeah, brilliant, yes, but total lunatic.
Good evening. Even a sanctuary such as Horizon's can be breached by the tentacles of evil. Such a haven could have become a chamber of unspeakable horrors. Be wary of what you may unleash.
Yes? I've been thinking about the problems in Jaren's palace. Perhaps this has occurred to you as well. If those cellar passageways lead to the Arcane Sanctuary, then that is where the demons came from. Horizon's haven must have been breached.
There's no trouble a mug can... So you've been in the palace, have you? Tell me, why does Jaren keep that place locked up so tight?
Good evening. All my years of brawling, of pummeling both the unsuspecting and the deserving, have yielded two insights. You can either fight, or you can run. All other strategies are variations of these.
So, now that you're such a pal of Jaren, why don't you ask him if I can set sail one of these days? I'm running out of patience.
Rest in peace, tortured soul.
Seekers of the tomb of Tal Rasha will find it through the portal. But know that the glowing glyphs recorded here in my Arcane Sanctuary are the signs of the 6 false tombs. The missing 7th sign marks the tomb of Tal Rasha. Of the Horadrim, he might be called the Foremost. It was a shining but brief moment for the mage clans when they set aside their differences and worked together against the common enemy. The Horadrim relentlessly pursued the 3 across the desolate empires of the East and even into the uncharted lands of the West, leaving the Archangel Tyrael's hands unblemished. Presuming the 3 to be vanquished, the Horadrim's unstable fellowship began to dissipate. Abandoning their sacred charge to safeguard the 3 soul stones, the disparate mage clans began to squabble amongst each other over petty differences. Their conflicts not only dissolved their brotherhood, but strengthened the evils which they had buried beneath the cold earth.
News of the tragedy in the palace is spreading fast. How awful. And to think this whole time I thought Jaren and his guards were in there playing with the harem girls. You make me long for the days of glory, when I had both hands, both eyes, and more of a foot.
Unbelievable. The harem girls are dead? The palace guards have been fighting off demons from the cellar? How could that happen without my knowledge? So, Horizon's been dead for some time. I take it you at least found what you were looking for.
You have found Horizon's journal. Excellent. But I must caution you. The mark of the true tomb of Tal Rasha is sought, if not already known, by Diablo. I needn't elaborate on the implications of that. Larger forces are moving inexorably towards us. You must now make haste to the tombs.
You're more the hero than I could have dreamed. Perhaps there is hope for us after all.
Huh? Ha! I wish Jaren would have let me in the palace. I would have saved those girls and kicked demon ass back to the fire pits of hell. The way I see it, well, it's all pretty blurry.
So, now we know Jaren's little secret. Well, I guess I can see why he wanted me to stay, though. I'm just glad it didn't come to that. Now he tells me to wait some more, in case you need to get out of here. Well, for you, I'll do it. Maybe they'll mention me in the epic ballads, eh? Well, you've got what you're after. Now get a move on before it's too late.
Faith is stronger than any armor. The shield will protect the body, but faith will strengthen the courageous heart. I feel no pity for that would-be summoner. His terrible ambition for demonic power was his undoing. You merely hastened the inevitable.
Stay a while and listen. You must move quickly now, friend, for Diablo is undoubtedly close to finding what he seeks. Find the tomb of Tal Rasha before he frees the Lord of Destruction. I hope that this false summoner found peace in death. Unfortunately, it is more likely that he will be dragged down into hell by the demons he was bound to. Let this be a lesson to you. Demonic magic is a quick path, but its powers are seductive and deadly.
Good day. Horizon's urinal? Journal. Yes, well, glad you found it. Such a shame about those poor harem girls, huh? I shall miss them deeply. I mean, their conversations, of course. Such is always the fate of those who meddle with evil.
Well, the news going around town is very unsettling. Apparently, we were in more danger than anyone thought. Good work, friend. You may have saved all our skins. I guess you'll be heading to the tombs now. I hear that they're in the deepest desert regions.
I thank you for your heroic aid. I'm also glad that you found something you were looking for. The journal should help you find the true tomb of Tal Rasha. Hopefully there is still time to get there before Diablo. Go now, and good luck. The demonic force that was emanating from the corrupted sanctuary has dissipated. I thank you greatly for your help. Now we can look to rebuilding our lives. All will be for nothing, though, if you do not stop the greater evil which is rapidly gaining ground.